All right. Do you want another? Do you want to hear?
No.
All right, you're right. Absolutely correct.
I should probably listen. What happened?
Do you want to hear about another fake hate hoax?
I mean, you could have just said another hate crime.
Trans activist.
Oh, the one that set her own house on fire.
And killed three of their dogs.
Killed all her dogs. I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh, but what a piece of shit.
Trans activist accused of burning down his own home, killing pets in a proto-Smollett hate hoax. This is from RT. A Detroit area LGBT activist allegedly burned down the house he was living in, killing 5 pets. 5 pets! Jesus. And sparking a federal hate crime investigation because he was frustrated over the lack of gay rights battles to fight.
Dude.
Nikki Joly has been charged with first-degree arson for burning the Jackson, Michigan house he rented to the ground, as well as 2 counts of animal killing related to the deaths of 3 cats and 2 dogs that died in the fire. Police accused Joly of setting the fire as a fake hate crime against himself, and the police report obtained by Detroit News suggests he did it because he wanted attention.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to. I'm sorry, but I don't. Obviously, this is a horrible, horrible thing. I love animals. So yeah, this bothers me. That being said, come on, dude, that's pretty fucking. Just the answer. I don't know, because I wanted attention. What?
This is.
I saw my dog's on fire. I wanted attention.
What it looks like. Joly had opened Jackson's first gay community center,
which was shut down by a Bradley Cooper-looking gentleman until a group of breakdancers came along and saved it.
A gay community center in the months preceding the fire, and had tirelessly led the fight to pass an ordinance prohibiting discrimination against gays in the town. With both those battles won, however, Joly was at a loss for a good fight. According to 2 church officials who worked with him at the church that housed his Pride Center. By the way, churches don't work with these people. The Jackson Pride Parade and Festival, which took place 5 days before the fire, simply wasn't generating enough controversy. So what happened is, from other stuff that I've read, she, because it's a she, was trying to did this Pride Festival thing, and he thought there was going to be a bunch of hate people with like, fags go to hell,
got their hopes up,
and none of that happened. Everyone's like, you know what most people did? They went to work that day and they didn't care. So she got upset because she wanted more attention. The Jackson Pride Festival took place 5 days before. Joly was very deceptive and displayed layers of manipulation, the officials told police.
Layers of manipulation.
Noting that she had broken the Pride Center away from the church that housed it, with informing them of the move, even though they had secured the funding for the center in the first place. While Joly didn't own the house, by the way, it was a rented house, so some poor schmuck renting his house had to deal with his house getting burned down. While Joly didn't own...
To be fair, this was in Detroit, right?
Yeah.
So, probably went up in value.
While Joly didn't own the house and gained nothing from the insurance money, the Jackson LGBT community raised $58,000 for him and his wife after the fire. Even as the money flowed in, the FBI was zeroing in on the Joly as a culprit rather than a local man who objected to the plans to display the rainbow flag in the city park during the Pride Festival. While they initially investigated the arson as a hate crime, the timeline of events ruled out any suspects other than Joly. And they were sure within 2 weeks that they had their man. Despite the evidence and lack of denial from Joly himself, it took over a year to actually charge him, as prosecutors wanted more proof before accusing the locally beloved gay activist of staging a hate attack on himself.
So this is
it took them a year.
That's that needs to be investigated, right?
Yeah, you think? It took them a year. They burned somebody's house down and killed 5 animals. The fact that he went as far as to kill the animals shows you when people go, they don't know, what do you mean they're a mental disease? That's just a mental disease.
Yeah, these people, I mean, at this point, the only ones doing this sort of heinous shit are people doing it to themselves because they're seeing that we are now this outrage GoFundMe culture. And I hate to say it, but we've glorified victims too much at this point that now it's what people aspire to be, and it's kind of ridiculous. So now, when they can't, at least back in the day, people would lie, but they'd lie about accomplishments. You know what I mean? Remember that? Remember when somebody would go, yeah, you used to throw a 92-mile-an-hour fastball in college? They just make shit up, and you go, well, at least they're lying to be cool. They're not murdering animals and going, I was the victim of a hate crime.
We've made victimhood profitable.
Yeah.
That's what happened. The moment you could make an entire... How much money has David Hogg made being a victim? If David Hogg, as Louis C.K., didn't push a fat Kim in front of him and run away, he wouldn't be in Harvard right now. Like, we've turned victimhood into being way more profitable than anything else. It's way easier to be a victim and make money. This Bob Backlund looking motherfucker raised almost $60,000 for killing its pets. Donkey Show says, was there ever a doubt that flaming F words just wanted attention?
I just don't like it. It's the fact that, like you said, we've made it profitable to become a victim instead of. We're now creating situations where people need to fake victimhood. At least when we used to make being a victor the thing to aspire to, I'd rather you lie about positive things. Stop trying to frame people for crimes. Remember when people just lied about their dick size or their athletic ability, and now everybody lies about being raped by 4 white kids that didn't do it, And you're like, Jesus.